Welcome to Q Automation Hub. So in today's video, let's see what is an inheritance in Java and what are the types of inheritance and why we use inheritance in our Java programming. The first point says inheritance is the process where one class acquires the properties of another class. Okay, so you will create a one class that is your parent class, and you will have another class as child class. So using the extends keywords, you will be able to inherit the properties of your parent class from child class itself. So you'll create just one reference to the child class. That is mean by like object you will create it for a child class, but you will be able to access the variables and methods of your parent class. Okay, and the second point says the class which inherits the properties, that is called as child class. It is also known as derived class or subclass. Okay, so this child class will get the or will be able to access the properties of your parent class. So that is called as inherits, and the class whose properties are inherited, that is called as subclass, superclass, base class, or parent class. So these are different terms that are used in Java. So you have to be clear on this one. And how you inherit, as I said, using the extends keyword, we have to inherit the properties of the parent class. It will be similar to public class. This is your child class name. Extends, that is the Java keyword you have to use for inheritance, and you have to give the parent class name here. And inside this you can create an object for your child class, and you will be able to access all the objects which are available in your parent class. And the last one, the next topic is uses of inheritance. This is mainly used for reusability of code. Okay, so either it can be an development framework or an automation framework. You can reuse your functions. Okay, you don't want to create functions again and again in every classes. In one class you can write a common function, and you can inherit that class, and you can use that functions in your classes. Okay, so that is the main use of inheritance, and it used to achieve runtime polymorphism through method overridings. Okay, so that we will see it later. Okay, next we will see the types of inheritance in Java, and the first one is the single inheritance. So here you can see you will have a class A, that is the parent class, and you will have another class called B. So this is the child class or derived class, and it is extending the parent class. So if you create an object for B, then you will be able to access all variables and methods that are available, objects that are available in B, and as well as your parent class A. Okay, so with a single object that is created with the reference of class B, you can access both properties of A and B. So this is called as a single inheritance. Multi-level inheritance is nothing but you will have a parent class called A, and below that you will have another child class called B. So this is the child class, B is the child class, and A is the parent class for B. Okay, and you will have another class called C, that is the derived class of B. Okay, and B is the parent class for C. So if you are creating an object for this class C, then you can able to access the properties of B as well as A. Okay, and this is called as a multi-level inheritance. And hierarchical inheritance is nothing but you will have a class A, and you will have two other class called B and C, both will extends to A. Okay, so now this B will have is a relationship with A. Okay, if you create an object in B, you can access only the properties of A, and B it is not applicable for C. Similarly, if you create an object for C, you can only access for the properties of A, not B. Okay, so this is called as an hierarchical inheritance, and not multiple inheritance is not supported in Java, but it can be achieved through interfaces that I will tell you in the separate topic. But I will tell you why it is not supported in Java. Okay, why it is not supported through inheritance, that I will mention you now. Okay, so now let's see some examples for this single inheritance, multi-level, and hierarchical inheritance. Okay, now let's create a class, and I will name it as Oppo, and let's check this one. And so I have created a class called Oppo here, and let's create two variables here. One is company name, and the other one is employee count something. Okay, employee count. We'll create a method here, simple void method, to display company info, and let's print this value of this company name and employee count here. Okay, company name. Okay, I have printed this two statements now. Company name is, I'm passing this instance variable here, and I'm going to print it. And employee count, I'm passing the instance variable here. Let's print it, and we will pass the arguments in the method itself. Okay, so let's pass like string company name comma int employee count. All right, so now let's create another class file called OnePlus. So these are some mobile company names. OnePlus, and let's check this one. Okay, so let's create a simple method here. So let's create two variables like OS name, or something like oxygen. That's OS that OnePlus have been created, and we'll put float OS version that is equal to 6.0 f. We have to put, right, literal. And now let's create a unique method here that is only applicable for this OnePlus class file. Okay, OnePlus OS. Okay, so this is the method name, and let's just print this value here. Okay, so OS development details. So let's put it inside a string. OS development details. What is that? OS name, and we will put and in a string. We are just printing this value here. Okay, so this we are creating a unique method only applicable for this class file. Okay, now let's create another unique method here for Oppo as well. So let's create like public void, and they also create home theater, right? Home theater. So this is a unique method for Oppo that we are creating it, and here also we will print the same thing. So let's create two more variables here, something like speaker effect. So these are related to home theater, right? Sorry, it's a variable, and string media standard. So I have created two variables, and let's assign some values here. Speaker effect equal to. So I have assigned the values for these two variables, speaker effect and media standard, that are related to this home theater. Here also we will print the same thing, okay, as we did in OnePlus class file. So let's take something like this. Okay, sorry, and let us take this one. Let's put it here, media standard, and these are home theater config details. Okay, home theater config details. So we have a unique method for Oppo class, and we have a unique method for OnePlus class. Okay, and this is a common method that we are going to trying to access from this OnePlus method. So what we have to do, if you want to access this methods, we have to create an object for Oppo, right? So let's create an object here for Oppo obj equal to new. So I'm creating a object for Oppo class, and let me try to access that now. See, you can able to see all the variables and methods that are available in the Oppo class. So let's give it here, and we will pass this company here, OnePlus, right? So OnePlus, and employee count is some 10,000. Okay, and what is the other method? Obj dot Oppo home theater. So these are the two methods that are available for Oppo class, right? So let's create an object for OnePlus now. On obj equal to, so I'm creating an object to access the unique method that is available in the OnePlus class, right? So I'm going to create, see here, see, you can access the variables OS name and OS version here, and you can only able to access the method that is available in this class, right? So this is what you can do right now, correct? Similarly, if you want to access the method from here, okay, in Oppo, you have to create an object separately for this OnePlus. So what we'll do, instead of creating two objects, for one for parent class, the other one is for the child class, let's use the extends keywords and keep this OnePlus, because OnePlus is the child class and Oppo is the parent company, right? So let's take it like that, okay? Oppo is the parent company for OnePlus, so this should be the child class. And now let's extend Oppo class. Okay, see the extend keywords we have set. Now this is called as an inheritance. Okay, so we don't want to create an object for the Oppo class. Okay, so let's try to access these two methods here. Previously we were able to see only this one plus OS method, right? So now what we will do, one obj dot, see here, it will display everything that are available in this OnePlus class as well as Oppo class. See here, you can see Oppo and this and all from OnePlus class. And now you can access that using this object itself. Okay, so let's pass this value here, and then we have to call the Oppo home theater, right? Okay, so this is not needed now. So this is the use of inheritance. See, using one object, that is the object created for the child class, we were able to access the variables and methods that are available in the parent class as well. So now I'm going to run this OnePlus class file, and you can see the company name, it came as OnePlus. You have accessed the method that is available from Oppo. Okay, and you have passed your own value, and so it is reusable. Okay, so we have created only one method here and we are reusing it in our automation framework or development framework. A single class file will have many common functions, and that will extend to a child class, and not child class, many child class. Okay, so those for classes will reuse that functions. Okay, and the next thing is employee count we have updated, and here you can see Dolby Atmos and Blu-ray. So this comes from the Oppo method, unique method here, and OS development details that comes from the child class. Okay, so this is called as a single inheritance. Okay, only one parent class and one child class is inheriting the properties of parent class. Now let's create another class called Realme. Okay, so this is also a company name, and let's take it like OnePlus is the parent class for this Realme company. Okay, let's consider like OnePlus is the parent company for Realme. Okay, so let's create two variables similar to the OnePlus and Oppo class, and we will create a unique method here. So this Realme creates power bank, right? So let's create battery capacity mAh, right? And the other one is string um, cell type equal to lithium ion. So these are some information about power bank. Okay, and Realme also develops power bank, so we'll create a unique method here for power bank. Okay, we'll put it like real power bank, and this method is going to hold the similar statement like here. Okay, and here we'll put like power bank details, config details, and let's put this battery capacity and cell type here. Okay, now this is called as an multi-level inheritance. Okay, and what we have to do for multi-level, just extends one plus. Okay, one plus class. So now this is the child class. Realme is the child class for OnePlus, and OnePlus is the parent class for Realme, and OnePlus is the child class for Oppo, and Oppo is the parent class of OnePlus. Okay, so now this Oppo will be considered as a parent class for Realme as well. So it's like son father, grandfather, similar to that. Okay, multi-level is similar to that. Now I'm going to create an object here for realme. Okay, let's create an object now for realme. Okay, sorry, real obj equal to. So now I have created an object for realme, and let's try to access this one. See, you will be able to see all the variables methods that are available in realme, oppo and oneplus as well. So from here you can access anything. So now let's access the method that is available in oppo, and here we will give the company name as realme and employee count something like 7,000, and let us print one method from oneplus as well. So we have oneplus, there it is, oneplus os, and let's try to access from this realme class as well, and that is called power bank, real power bank, right? So let's run this program now. See, the method that we have in oppo is being accessed, and the value which we passed in the argument is getting displayed here, realme and 7,000. And this voice development details method is called from the oneplus, that is the parent class for realme. Okay, and real power bank is from this class. So if you create a object for the subclass derived class, you can access the properties of your parent class. Okay, but this is called as an multi-level inheritance. Okay, if you have a single parent child class for a parent class, then it is single inheritance. If you have this kind of relationship, okay, so this realme is the child class for this OnePlus, and OnePlus is the child class for Oppo, and Oppo parent class, it is a parent class for both. Okay, this level is called as a multi-level inheritance. All right. Now let's create an object for OnePlus here. Okay, onobj equal to OnePlus, and if you okay, OnePlus p is caps, right? Okay, and if you are trying to access using this object, you can see you will be able to access the oppo class. Okay, all the parameters from oppo class and oneplus class, but you will not be able to access from this realme because this is the child class for oneplus. From the parent, if you are trying to access the child, that is not allowed. Okay, for that you have to create a object for this one realme, then only you can access. Okay, even here, right, if you try to uh, use this object and call. See here, Oppo and OnePlus. You will not see any of the variables and methods from Realme. Okay. And the other thing, if you go to this Oppo, let's create an object for Oppo here. See, you will have only the variables and methods of Oppo, and you will not be able to access OnePlus and Realme. So from parent, that's the point. Okay. From you should not create the object of the parent class always. That will have access only to that parent class variables and methods. You have to create the object for the last derived class or something, then only you can access every level properties. Okay, so this is one important point that you have to note it down in inheritance. And now let's close this realme. Okay, let's go to the hierarchical inheritance. Let me create another class called vivo. Okay, and now this vivo is not the child class for oneplus. Okay, it's only the child class for oppo. So what we have to do, just you need to extends oppo, not oneplus. Okay, and let's create a common unique method for vivo now. So I have created two variables here. Let's tell like vivo has the company for manufacturing the headset. Okay, something like that, we can take it up, and public void some headset vivo, some method like this, and let's have a print statement here similar to here, and here we'll put like headset config details. Okay, headset config details, and let's print this headset type. I have given it as Bluetooth, and range, let's print it here. Okay, and now we will create an object for VOBJ. Oh, sorry, VOBJ equal to new Vivo, and from here you can see you will be only able to access the properties of your parent class, that is Oppo, and the properties that are available in this class. Okay, you will not have access to this OnePlus. So that is called as an hierarchical inheritance, because you have only access to this Oppo and not to this OnePlus, and from OnePlus you will have access only to this Oppo, not to Vivo. Okay, and here you can see, let me try to access this common method that we have created in Oppo and give the company name, and here let's give it as 9000, and let's call this method from here headset something is there, right? Let's call Oppo home theater also, and let's call this one headset Vivo. Okay, I will run this program now, and you can see the print statement. This Vivo and 9000 will be displayed, and the home theater that is available from the Oppo class, and this headset is coming from this Vivo class. Okay, and now let's go here, and we will use the object which is created for OnePlus, and here you can see you will not be able to see the Vivo properties. Okay, you will have only access to this Oppo even now. All right, so this is called as an hierarchical inheritance. And one more point we need to see is, let's take this two class. This is the parent class and child class, right? So here I created an object with reference to this class, correct? But if you have the extents, you can create an object for this Oppo as well. So just you can go and change the class name as Oppo, and you can allocate the memory in this class. So here you cannot change it. Okay. So in vice versa you can't do. If you put here OnePlus and Oppo, that is not allowed. Okay, that will ask you to cache, that is not needed. So here always the memory should be allocated for that class, and here you can change the reference can be created for this parent class. But see here, it is throwing an error. Why it is throwing an error? Since the reference has been created for the parent class, it will only have access to that parent class properties. Okay, see here, nothing related to OnePlus. Okay, so if you don't want to access anything in this class, okay, at that time you can create the reference for this parent class, and then you can try to access your parent class variables and methods alone. Okay, so this also can be done through inheritance. Even for Realme you can do the same thing here. Just you can call this, you can create a reference for OnePlus, but here it will throw an error, so you should not call the methods and variables of that class. You can call the methods and variables of for the OnePlus class. Okay, so this you can do it, but it's better if you have any variables or properties that needs to be accessed in that class, then go for the reference created for that class itself. Okay, so this is another point that you have to note it down in inheritance. And the next point is, multiple inheritance is not supported using these extends keywords, but it is supported through interfaces that we will see it in a separate video, but I will tell you why it is not supported using this extends keyword. So let's close this one, and we'll take this Realme, and if you are trying to extend both Oppo and OnePlus, let's see what happens. See, it will throw an error. It is not supported. Why it is? If you create if you extends from both the if you take this and this as parent class and extending through this child class, then if you create an object here, and if you are trying to call this display company info, right? Let's mention like I'm copying this display company info and I'm putting it here also, so both has the same method now. Okay, and if you are trying to call using this object, it will get confused. Okay, there will be ambiguity whether it needs to call from this OnePlus file, or it needs to call from this Oppo file. So this ambiguity will happen if you are trying to extend two classes. So that's why multiple inheritance is not supported in Java through this extends, but you can achieve it through interfaces that we'll see it in a separate video. Okay, and the next one which I told was method overriding, and that also we will cover it in the part of method overloading and overriding concept. So that's it with inheritance in Java, and thanks for watching this video.